Join us on a gripping adventure as four American girls set out on what was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime to South Korea. Little did they know, their journey would turn into a harrowing tale of survival, danger, and death. Watch as they encounter treacherous roads, a hostile village, and fight for their lives against all odds. This is a story of resilience, courage, and the strength of the human spirit. Don't miss out on this unforgettable tale of survival. In the summer of 2022, four American girls set out on what was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime to South Korea. They had saved up for months, planned every detail meticulously, and were excited to immerse themselves in a new culture, taste exotic foods, and explore the country's natural beauty. Little did they know, their journey would turn into a harrowing tale of survival, danger, and death. The girls arrived in Seoul and spent the first few days visiting popular tourist destinations, shopping in trendy boutiques, and enjoying the city's vibrant nightlife. They were having the time of their lives until they decided to venture off the beaten path and explore the rural countryside. Their first mistake was renting a car from a local rental agency that had a reputation for sketchy business practices. The car was old, poorly maintained, and barely made it out of the city limits. As they drove deeper into the countryside, the roads became narrower and more treacherous. The girls were completely lost and running out of gas when they stumbled upon a small village. The villagers seemed friendly at first, but as soon as they realized the girls were Americans, their attitude changed. They started hurling insults, throwing rocks at the car, and demanding that the girls leave. Terrified and confused, the girls tried to back out of the village, but the car got stuck in a ditch. That's when things took a deadly turn. The villagers surrounded the car, screaming and pounding on the windows. One of the girls tried to call for help, but there was no cell service. They were completely cut off from the outside world. The situation escalated quickly, and the girls feared for their lives. They had heard stories about tourists being attacked and even killed in remote areas of South Korea. They knew they had to act fast if they wanted to survive. One of the girls managed to crawl out of the car and run towards the nearest town, hoping to find help. The other three huddled in the car, locked the doors, and prayed for a miracle. They could hear the villagers outside, shouting and banging on the car, and they knew it was only a matter of time before the car was overturned. Hours went by, and there was no sign of help. The girls were thirsty, hungry, and exhausted. They tried to stay calm and think of a plan, but their fear and panic were overwhelming. They had no idea what was going to happen next. Just when they thought all hope was lost, they heard the sound of a helicopter overhead. It was the South Korean Army, responding to a distress call from one of the girls who had managed to find a phone. The villagers scattered as soon as they saw the helicopter, and the girls were rescued. The girls were taken to a nearby hospital, where they were treated for dehydration, cuts, and bruises. They were in shock, but grateful to be alive. They later learned that the villagers had mistaken them for American soldiers and were angry about the presence of U.S. military bases in the country. The girls' journey to South Korea had turned into a nightmare, but they had survived. They returned home with a newfound appreciation for life, and a story that they would never forget.